How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another product review. Before I start, I want to go ahead and thank you guys once again for watching my videos. It allows me to get companies to work with me. This time another magnetic pedal company contacted me and asked me if I can do a quick product review on their MAGLOCK system. Before I start the review, I want to tell you guys that I'm not going to compare these to the other product just because I just got this right now, and it wouldn't be a fair comparison because I have experience with the other one and I have no experience with this one. So for now, I'm gonna go ahead and just review this and tell you what I feel about this only. All right, so here we go. Let's start off with the unboxing first. But before we go into that, let's go ahead and talk about price, because I know that's one of the most important things, deciding whether you're gonna get them or not. These are the stealth version of it. So these are not the aluminum one. They're the composite pedal type with a magnetic system in it. The reason I like composites is because you can't see the scratches since the whole pedal is the same material. So no matter how many scratches you have, it's always gonna be the same color. But yeah, like I said, it's $109 for this system. They also sent me a couple of other goodies, which are additional. Like, see, for example, these are the multi-layer shoe clips, which is pretty cool. I'll talk about that a little later on. These are $20 for that. And then they also have toe stops. I'm not sure what this does. Maybe later on we can talk about this as well. But yeah, they sent that. But just the original package, just to get you going, it's about $109 with no taxes. Okay, so now let's go ahead and just go into details about the packaging. It looks pretty nice. Cardboard box. It does have a little bit of specifications in the back. Let's just go through it really quick. It has about 25 to 30 pounds of force. Total weight of the pedal is 615. It also tells you that it's 415 without the magnets. It also shows that it's for SPD biking shoes, you know, like clipless shoes, SPD ones with the 2 bolts. It does have a 1-year warranty. Let's open these guys up. Oh, nice and neat packaging. There's a right and a left foot pedal. That's what it seems like. 2 metal plates. These are actually really thick. They're pretty thick. They're about a 1/4 of an inch thick. Very hard pedal. Let's see how much the magnet attracts. Oh, that's a pretty hard. It's a pretty hard attraction for their tool. Okay, so that's definitely a pretty hard. Look, like even like this, it's kind of hard to grab on. Okay, so that's that. Like I said before, it is a right and a left pedal. So let's get a little closer look on these pedals. I don't want to get too close to my camera. I want to mess up my sensor. Let's see if the focus is going to work here. So it looks like this is the right pedal because it has 4 pins in the front, 2 in the rear, and it has polarity on both sides. So you can grab on, it doesn't matter on which side it is. So it's not a single-sided thing. Like I said before, this is a composite pedal. So that's pretty nice. Like no matter how much you scratch it, you can never tell. So these are brand new. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a little scratch right there. So you can see, that's one of the benefits of composite. Like no matter how much you scratch it, the material is still color all the way around, inside and out. So that's always nice about composite. Also weight. These are kind of like on the, they're decent weight. They're pretty silent. See how the bearing works? Ooh, the bearing's smooth. It's a really good quality bearing there. Yeah, so it does look about 3 inches by 4. And then 3/4, yeah, it seems about right. Eyeballing that, I don't really care too much about that as long as they work. They don't seem too thick. I took up the bolts that hold the little plate on. So I wanted to show you the magnets. So that's kind of nice that they actually marked up the polarities on this one. So it is a total of 3 magnets that hold you per side. The pins are actually pretty sharp. They're not too bad. So they should dig into my shoe pretty good. Okay, so the plate is back on there. I guess I forgot to do the complete unboxing. It looks like over here we have some instructions, and it looks like they also added a little decal. Nice little touch that you could add to your toolbox if that's the kind of person you are, like my friend Chewy. So yeah, let's go ahead and try to slap these plates onto the shoe and go from there. So okay, so instead of them adding like spacers to make this higher or lower, you know, like I said, this is a thick plate. I don't think I'm gonna use this. Main reason because, watch, if I use it on this shoe, it's a pretty good amount of it sticking out. And what these shims allow me to do is to do a little bit more of a fine tuning. I think this is a good thing to have because you're not always going to buy the same shoe, and not all shoes are the same. One thing I learned from my previous product. So this might be really beneficial. Extra 20 bucks, have more flexibility. You can adjust to a better foot position. Okay, so here we go. It looks like they're telling me to use 5 millimeters. Always want to start with your hand. Don't ever use tools to start them off. That's how you cross thread stuff. Oh, there goes 5. Getting a little freaked out. Oh, there you go. As you guys can see, the pedal is pretty much, the little plate is actually sticking up pretty good amount. Scratch up, you know, your hardwood floors. maybe your epoxy floor in the garage. As I'm doing the right foot, I just want to tell you guys that it's a good idea to invest on like good quality bits, just because if you buy cheap bits, they tend to what's it called, round off the hex hole. So always try to get good bits. Luckily, when I bought my Intense brand new, they provided a torque wrench, and these things have been really good. Like, I've never stripped one. Wrench has been really great to me. As you guys seen in all my videos, like, you know, it's been putting in mad work. Go ahead and slap this sucker on there. All right, so right off the bat, looks like this is not gonna be working very well for me. Hopefully the camera focuses. There it goes. Oh, you can kind of see right there. See this pin down here where my finger's at? It's not even touching. So what's happening right now? The base plate is touching the magnet, and there's no more like flex for it to touch the pin. So I'm just kind of relying on the magnet at this point. And from my experience, you don't want just the magnet on there. It helps out a ton when there's pin contact and magnet contact. Obviously you want a little bit more magnet than pin, but you still want to have some sort of pin. And at this particular like setting, I do not have any pin contact, and it's all magnet. So let's go ahead and mess around with the little shims that they sent me. That's why I wanted to highly recommend something like this, because it's going to give you a little more fine tuning. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and mess with this for a little bit, and once I get it, I'll show you how it looks. So it looks like the rear pins are a little bit taller than the front ones. Not by much, but they're definitely noticeable. But yeah, I wanted to add that to that. I think I have the setting pretty much good. Left pedal, left shoe. Okay, let me see. That's the sound you want to always get. That little slap sound. That means like the magnet's grabbing onto the shoe pretty good. And since we're on the adjustment, like a little subject right now, I also want to add that you can remove some magnets in case you want a weaker like pull from the magnets. See, as you guys can see, now I have pin contact and magnet contact. Hopefully this height is fine. The little kit comes with like a thick shim, and then the rest of them, or actually two thick ones, and then the rest of them are thinner. So I use one thick one and one thin, and that pretty much put me at a good spot. As you can see, it's kind of flat with the shoe. I'm gonna go ahead and try this out. You know, like it sounds like it's a hit and miss so far, but if I hit it at the right spot, it definitely claps it. And the pull is really strong still. Oh, shit. So yeah, see, like I missed it. I think I missed it a little bit there. But just, I think with practice, you'll find out where to put it. See, that's good connection right there. So, my finger. So if this adjustment works, I'm gonna love this on the trail as well, because I feel like I can walk on this and not feel like I'm on high heels or anything like that. So I just wanted to mention that. Hopefully I don't forget anything from here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same adjustment on the other shoe, and then we're gonna go ahead and slap these on to my bike. You want to put a little bit of grease on there. That's actually what the instructions say. I recommend that too, because it does two things. It provides, you know, corrosion resistance, and it also provides like a little water barrier or dust barrier, so that way you can keep your threads nice and clean and your pedals don't freeze up. So it looks like this is the left side. It's counterclockwise, I believe. All right, here we go. Let's hear the click. Good to go. Let's do the other side, and then let's do a little pickup test. See if these pedals can pick up the whole bike. I'm going to try to use my armpit to keep the bike level. So let's go ahead and try this out. There you go. I'm going to pick up straight. So yeah, you definitely can pick up the bike. Yeah, but you know, with some light tugging, it does fall off. Okay, so as you guys saw, the pedals are actually picking up the bike pretty good. With some light tugging, it is falling down. I also think that once I get my weight on there to connect them right, so there's one thing left to do, and to go out on the trails and test these out. I do have experience with magnetic pedals, so I kind of have an idea what to expect right now. And yep, I definitely feel connected to the pedals. I'm definitely getting a power stroke when I push down, and the opposite foot is helping pull up at the same time. But so far, these are working as expected. The connection is pretty strong. I'm actually really impressed of how strong it is right now. Another thing that I'm noticing as I'm climbing up is that these pedals are really quiet, since it looks like all the parts are pretty much staying in place. The bearings feel really good, obviously because the pedals are new, but it's still really quiet. Usually you hear like a click or two. Here's a little technical climb. See if I can go through this. Yep, no problem. So yeah, I'm gonna stay quiet for a little bit so you can hear how quiet my setup is right now. Choo! Pretty quiet, huh? All right, here we go.
I'm not at all.
Hey, once you say that, you gotta go, dude.
Yeah. So here's how easy it is to connect. Well, kind of. It's a little bit different. Trying to get used to that still. All right, I'm in there. Ready? I'm open.
After Barry.
Let's go. Running with some of the locals. Place gets loose all the time. My GoPro fell. Had to stop. The GoPro fell. Note to self: the Gorilla double-sided tape doesn't work very well. All right. Woo! Wow, those are sick. Definitely feel connected on this. Oh man. Woo! Oh man, I'm liking this. Does that feel really strong bond? My bike feels light still. Reason being that I'm now lifting with my arms and my legs, just like other magnetic pedals. So that feels really good. Yeah, I gotta admit that the bond on these are really good. Okay, here we go. First jump on these pedals. See how it feels. Woo! Oh! Another chunky section over here. A little rusty. It's been a while that I've been back here. All right, we're going back up. Trying to give my first impressions on this. So like I said before, you do add some weight. The pedals are on the heavy side, but your bike still feels light. Reason being because you're lifting with your arms and also your legs this time around. The way the magnets are positioned on these pedals and the way my feet are seated to them, I feel a lot more stable going through chunky stuff and you know, like berms as well. I feel like I'm at a perfect angle on my legs to keep my body straight up a lot easier. So I do feel a lot more planted just from the foot position alone. The spindle is perfectly where it should be on my foot, so that feels really, really good. I wanted to show you guys that you can walk in these things really good. I forgot to mention that on the trail test. But as you guys can see, you don't hear any high heels like the clipless pedals. Yeah, it feels pretty good. I can walk. This is not slippery whatsoever. Look at these moves. These moves, bro. Yeah, it feels really good. You could definitely walk in these. Okay, so we're back at the house now. I wanted to go ahead and tell you what I like about these pedals, but before I do that, I want to tell you what I wish they did with these. I wish they had more pins, or they had different length pins on the platform. I feel like they added a variety of lengths on the pins. You have more adjustability and more fine tuning with these pedals. So that way you can put more of the shims and then just add a little more height on the pin, and you have that little connected feeling even more. Because I feel like the more material you have on the little plate, the stronger the bond of the magnet. So the things that I liked about these pedals is that it made my bike feel a lot lighter, poppy, and playful since I'm picking up with my arms and my legs now. I also like the fact that you can feel the push and the pull since there's the connected feeling with the pedals. So that helps out a lot with the climbing and also with acceleration as well. And even though the platform is more on the compact side of things, I feel like the placement on the magnets kept my foot in the right position, like right above the spindles where I felt more stable. And since I felt more stable, I felt like it added more to the controlling feeling, which in turn added to more confidence as well. And I also really like the fact that the pedals are made out of composite material, which, you know, helps out a lot with the scratches. And because of that, I feel like they're gonna look good in the long run. And I also like the fact that this is really easy to tune. All you have to really worry about is how far forward you want the plates to be on your shoe and how high or thick you want them to be with those little shims. And since the design doesn't really have a lot of moving parts, the pedals are really silent. I feel like these magnets are pretty strong as well. The best way I can describe it is if someone had 2 hands and they were holding your foot to your pedal with 2 hands. Obviously you still have force to get out of there, but that's the best way I can describe this bond. And since these pedals have pins in them, you could actually ride these with just regular shoes in case you forget your special clipless shoes, or in case you want to go for a quick cruise around the block, you could put your sandals on and just ride the bike like a normal bike. And as far as magnetic pedals goes, I have some experience with them. So for me, it's a second nature to, you know, pretty much connect and disconnect. And even if I didn't have this experience, I feel like I would learn really fast how to connect and disconnect from these pedals. And I also feel like the Stealth is a really affordable, good option in case you want to try and explore the magnetic pedal category. But MAGLOCK also has an aluminum version, which is a little bit bigger platform, and of course it costs a little bit more. And as far as the MAGLOCK pedal company goes, they're really good. Every time I reached out to them for information, they were really helpful and they were really informative. They actually gave me an opportunity to be a MAGLOCK ambassador, so I'm able to give you guys a code CalaveraML. With that code, you're able to get a free accessory. So in this case, you can get those little plates for free, which I feel like they're really essential to fine-tuning it to any shoe. And as a full disclosure, if you guys choose to use this code, this does help the channel a little bit with future videos. I decided to partner with them because the product does work for me, and this partnership does not persuade me in any way to like this product, so feel free to use the code, and if you don't, we're still cool. And one last thing, MAGLOCK actually offers like a little demo program only for the Fort Knox pedals. I forgot how much they cost. I think they're a little bit pricier than the Stealth, but basically you buy it at full price, and if you don't like it, you can send it back. But I believe they charge you like a restocking fee, like around 30 bucks or so. But other than that, if you guys have any questions about this product, feel free to leave a comment down below. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video.